Good afternoon, LC people. Well, this is the rebooted MT 350 power valve hybrid. We come on the bike about 10 this morning. We've ripped all the stuff off of it. We've made up some temporary mounts at the back there with spacers in. We've lined the engine up for sprocket alignment. Roger's bought a brand new back sprocket, which is the right pitch for the chain, brand new power valve chain. We just need to reduce the front sprocket to a 16 instead of a 17. We just offered up the casing. We was worried about the kickstart, but it's miles away from the standard rear brake system on this MT. We've got it ratcheted up at the minute because basically we're mocking up some brackets at the minute, Heath Robinson style, to get us dimensions. We've had a look for chain alignment, and when we look at it, it is good. When you sit on the bike, the chain will rise. It's catching a little bit on the bottom frame tube down there, but we haven't changed the chain tension properly on it yet. But excuse me, what we're looking like is pretty good. I think the main wiring loom and all the bits and pieces are going to have to get changed. There's a lot of sensors. The only other thing we're going to have to do in a minute is offer up the exhaust. We've already done it once to make sure there's clearance on the header pipes. If not, and we have to alter header pipes, we will. But I'm quite sure at the minute that motor's looking pretty damn good in this bike. It's all pretty much level and aligned in there. We're quite happy about that. And it's all looking pretty good. We're going to offer up the side casing on this side in a minute. We'll see what we have to do with the gear linkage on this, but not concerned about that at the minute. Like I say, it's getting the spacers right in there and getting the thing levelled up as best we can with the brackets that's on it. We don't want to alter the frame in case, for whatever reason, we wanted to turn it back to standard. Once you butcher these frames, guys, they're butchered. And any time in the future anybody wants to alter them back, they've got a hell of a job, which is what we find with power valves and LCs. We're not about that. We're on about trying to do the thing in a sympathetic manner that we can always turn it back if we ever wanted to. But at the minute, we're about clearances. But it's looking pretty good. I'm very happy. I think Roger's very happy about it. He'd done the maths and he phoned, who was it? Roger, about the back sprocket?
JT, I emailed JT.
He emailed JT about the pitch for the sprocket to, obviously, for the right chain for the power valve sprocket. So he'd already got a new chain. The sprocket that was on it was, I think it was a 30, original sprocket for it. I don't know if it was a 39. The only thing we're getting the right pitch was a 37, which means then whatever the standard front sprocket was, we'll have to reduce it by one, which isn't a bad thing, because the sprocket was on the original engine was like half the size of this. A right dodgy thing. We've still got to get the right bolts. We've just used what we've got lying around. So it's not fully mocked up yet. We're just making sure everything's going to gel, it's going to line up, it's going to work. And that's all I can tell you for now. If we'll get back on it again this week, we will. And we will show you some more progress. But this is our rebooted MT RD350Y PVS. And yeah, fingers crossed it all continues well. Righto folks, that's all I can tell you now. Thanks for watching. Dilly dilly.